Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing City Folk. Today, much like every other day so far this week, we're just going to quickly water our red turnips so that we do not forget and then rush off to Nooks. That way we can attempt to see what the price is. And I'm going to do my best not to just rant about a game today, because I tend to be doing that a lot. I actually kind of want to talk praise about a game for once. And it's just simply, it's more the series, just the Splatoon games. Like, I stream them the most. Like, I used to stream the first Splatoon a lot, like daily for 4 to 5 hours. I didn't mean to hit sell. 157. We will take that. We will sell as many as we can for 157. That is a good price. I am not going to risk it. Also, I do appear to be getting tanned. Just something that just kind of happens in the summer if you don't carry an umbrella around. At least I think I'm getting tanned. I don't know. But, yeah, like, those games. Honestly, I've actually had people pop into my streams and ask me if they should get Splatoon 2. And I never want to be the guy that's like, oh, you should buy this game. Or you shouldn't buy this game. If the game looks interesting to you, buy it. With Splatoon, I'd actually go as far as to say if it even, if you get a chance to try playing it, try it. And try playing with the motion controls. Yes, you can control it with the right stick. Like, control your camera with the right stick. But it is so much better if you can get used to using the motion controls. Especially if you want to do stuff like sniping. The motion controls are just awesome. They basically give mouse feel with, albeit a learning curve, but they basically have a mouse-like feel to them. And it's honestly amazing. Once you actually get used to them anyway. Excuse me. Like, it's probably... I initially actually didn't like Splatoon. It's turned into one of my favorite Wii U games and currently my favorite Switch game. Of Splatoon 2 being my favorite Switch game so far. That, comparing it to Mario Odyssey, Xenoblade Chronicles 2... yeah, it's left a pretty good impression on me, if you can't tell. And I've still got a lot to learn with even Splatoon 2. Like, the first Splatoon, I reached level cap after I finished streaming because I just felt like continuing to play. Even though I only got to, I think, around level 40 something, playing level 50 is the cap. You get a special item for it. Nowadays, I wouldn't suggest playing the original Splatoon. There are cheaters everywhere. Unless you just enjoy having people cheat when playing against you. I mean, that can be fun, especially when you still win. Because then it's like, well, your cheats didn't amount to much, did they? Splatoon 2 apparently has a lot of cheaters. I myself, I haven't seen any, but that might have to do with I'm waiting until this fall when Nintendo's paid internet service comes out to play Ranked. I'm guessing the cheaters are in Ranked. So if you're playing Splatoon 2, I'd say maybe just play Turf War. Turf War is still really fun. And the game is still getting updates. I'm honestly personally hoping a lot of the maps from the first game make a return. Because very few of them have, actually. A lot of the maps are new. And there's just a lot of maps I'd love to see again. And for anyone who has played the original Splatoon but has yet to pick up Splatoon 2, dualies, while they are powerful, they are quite powerful, aren't as powerful as everyone makes them out to be, including myself. I will fully admit... I swear I just saw something at the top of the screen. Might have just been my screen messing up. I don't know. I will fully admit, I kind of rage at dualies a lot when I'm streaming. So if anyone here is watching for my streams, understand I'm mostly just getting at dualies because they are incredibly frustrating to verse. They do have invulnerability frames as far as I can figure. I don't know why I'm stopping to water the flowers. Well, I know why, because we still have like 15 minutes to get these last turnips off to Nooks. Part of me wants to hang on to these turnips, but no. Given we lost a lot of money last week, I'm not risking any of these turnips. I was legit considering selling them yesterday, even though Nook was trolling us with that price. Like, I suppose like, dualies have their dodge roll, which gives them invulnerability frames, which is very frustrating to verse. Like, in any first or third person shooter, any invulnerability frames are frustrating. What also makes them frustrating is just the speed of their dodge makes them really hard to aim at, especially where their direction is unpredictable because it all depends on what direction the player wants to go in. And that's not always obvious. Usually, the smartest way for them to be moving is not the way they're about to move, and that can make it incredibly obnoxious to try and aim at them. However, they do still have a lot of downsides, and you'll see a lot of bad dually players more than you'll see good dually players. That coming from many, many hours of streaming Splatoon 2. And when I say many, I mean I've literally gotten close to 80 hours streamed on Twitch in the past 30 days. Half of those, more than half of those really, have been Splatoon 2. That's just in the last 30 days. I've probably got close to 200-300 hours in the game. And I would still consider myself very much a noob at it. I'm not trying to say that as if I'm a good player, I've just seen a lot. And oh hey, it's that bug again. I'm gonna catch it. Aha! I knew it was you this time. You didn't trick me this time, you tricksy bug. Like, I have seen a lot of how Splatoon 2 has gone. And a lot of things people have mentioned to me, like, oh, do I remember the Tri-Slosher meta? No, I don't. I do remember seeing more Tri-Sloshers before, like a few patches ago, but I never remember having any issue with them. Like, then I'm also kind of I'm an oddball when it comes to players. I can use every weapon. I honestly take it upon myself to practice even with weapons I loathe, purely because Salmon Run exists, and Salmon Run is the most fun I've had in a game in a long time. And it's basically take Call of Duty Zombies, put it third person, and give it a random weapon complement. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good general comparison. It's not quite as boring as Call of Duty Zombies. Yes, I just fired that shot. I suppose I can't really say anything. I haven't played a Zombies mode since the original Black Ops. Which, it was kind of fun at first, and then it got boring. Because it was just the same things over and over again, and I wasn't going to pay for any DLC. But yeah, I tend to, when I'm not using just whatever I feel like, I tend to gravitate towards long-range weapons. Meaning a close-range weapon like a Slosher, which is a bucket. A Tri-Slosher is a bucket that fires 3 projectiles in 1 to each forward direction, diagonal direction. and one shot going straight forward. In the first game, it wasn't quite that simple, but at least not from what I remember. I remember it used to have some variance to it if you were, like, jumping and such. Which I've actually had people argue with me about, and I used to, I did a couple times on my old Splatoon streams go in and prove that that was something that happened at one point anyway. It might have changed at some point. I don't know. But, things like the Tri-Slosher, I've never really had an issue with. Same with, like, everyone in the first game was like, oh, blasters are so overpowered. Well, no, just outrange them. A lot of people will call something overpowered, not realizing that that weapon is just the counter to their weapon. And that is something even I've done before, so I can't say these people are being foolish. I'll do it too. Everyone will do it. Everyone does that eventually. You can be the most unbiased gamer in the world, and you will eventually call BS on something that just was the counter to what you're doing. I mean, I understand that. It's kind of frustrating to have what you're doing hard countered. And in Splatoon, the loudest cries I heard that blasters were overpowered were from rollers, which are close-range weapons, buckets, which are close-range weapons, brushes, which are incredibly close-range and terrible weapons, and blasters have an easy one-hit kill and are usually also short-range. So the best way to describe a blaster for any TF2 player is it's the rocket launcher. As much as Splatoon 2 now actually has something that's a much more appropriate example for that, and it's actually a type of bucket. Splatoon can be confusing. I don't know why I'm waiting. Well, I'm looking around for our fossil, and I don't see it, so I'm going to clean up the beach. Because it's nice to clean up the beach. And then I think I'm going to go put some money away and donate some money to the town. I mean, we have 2 days to make up some more money for our turnips on Sunday, and I can just dig some money out of the bank. How much space do I have left? I only have 1 space. I might as well just go straight to Nooks. Actually, let us quickly catch this. I also really feel like I should be carrying an umbrella around. Wait, was that a fossil? No, it was just the mountainside playing tricks on me. Darn mountainsides. If the fossil was actually on screen there and I was just staring at the mountainside and didn't see it, I'm gonna laugh. Well, I'm not gonna laugh. I'm probably gonna be a bit annoyed. Need anything, Coco? No? Okay. Like, and I should know, my saying that sort of stuff about Splatoon there, like, just outrange whatever weapon. That's not saying anyone who doesn't do that is doing things wrong. I mean, honestly, it's a video game. Play it however you want. And to you, that weapon is overpowered. That, yeah, I'm not, trying to say you're wrong in any way. And I'm clarifying this because I have offended people in the past saying that, and I always feel bad whenever I do. Because I do understand that some people just can't use longer range weapons. They're just not good with them. I mean, I myself am not good with a charger. I'm not gonna tell, I'm not gonna be like, if someone tells me to use one to counter something, I'm gonna probably be a little bit, well, offended. Because, well, I'm terrible with them. I'd rather die with a weapon I'm good with than one I'm not good with. Even though, actually, recently, and I should talk about this, I've been playing with a weapon that I'm not great with. And it was just today, in my spare time, I was just kind of messing around with the regular splatter shot in Splatoon 2. I'm gonna need to do a bit of testing with that, because how I was playing was throw splat bomb, shoot. Which, I know with the slosher, which is a bucket, in the first game was a good thing to do because it would get you a faster kill. Oh hey, Ankylotail, that's something new. That we finally completed the Ankylosaurus. Hooty hoo, what a sight it'll be. Ankylosaurus was armored on its head and back with savage-looking spikes. It's rather brilliant it had such formidable defenses, despite the fact it was a herbivore. These fellows could also hit predators with their hammer-shaped tails. They were a right fright if angered, much like the president of a company or something. Ooh, I beg your pardon, I was so enthralled I spotted— yeah, okay. Nope, nothing else. Oh, we're getting so close to finishing the museum off. My character is looking more and more sunburnt. I definitely need to start carrying an umbrella. Anytime I see an animal carrying an umbrella around, I should be using my umbrella. Unless, like, and if you want your character to be tanned, don't use an umbrella, basically. And you will eventually, your skin tone does change over time, as I'm a good example of. I'm actually kind of waiting around to see what the turnip prices are going to be for the afternoon. I stand by not risking it, but I still want to see what I'm not getting. Let's get the paw umbrella out. Let's put the clad flooring away as well. That way we're basically not losing any inventory space. Still want to head to Town Hall. Whoops. Need to put that back down. There we go. But yeah, I've really been using the original Splattershot a lot. I'm not great with Splattershots in the second game. I don't exactly know what's different. The first game, I was pretty good with the Splattershot. I was ace with the Splattershot Junior, which is actually the first weapon the game gives you. Though I will note, if you do ever go back to the first Splatoon, the custom Splattershot Junior is garbage. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it. Don't give it your attention. It doesn't deserve it. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's actually donate to the town fund. Let us donate 200,000. Nope. Now to use the ABD, so I can put 100,000 away. Okay, I'll put 110,000 away. Works for me. Yeah, like, I don't even know exactly why I decided to swap over to using the Splattershot, other than I just want to get good with it again. And I know what happened with me and using the Splattershot to a degree. Oh, hey, Amelia wants to talk. Hey, darling. I think it's time for me to make a change, cuz. So maybe my catchphrase needs a makeover. What do you think, cuz? Sure. You agree? That's great. What do you think my new catchphrase should be? Well, we've been talking about Splatoon. How about Woomy? Sounds great. Woomy, huh? That's pretty fresh. Yes, it is! Spin our thing. I didn't mean to. Like, I have a pretty good idea of what's changed, but I know the base gun itself has changed in some way. Like, that I know is different. The base gun has changed somehow, and I've yet to figure out exactly how. But, a lot of it is just the sub and specials are different. Like, in the first Splatoon, the Tentatek and the the Tentatek and the basic Splattershot were the two general purpose Splattershots. The second game, neither of them are really general purpose. They don't work in every situation like they used to, which is probably a good thing. 177. Okay, so I would have only made like 20 more bells. Yeah, that was definitely worth it. I stand by that. I wasn't kind of considering resetting if the prices were like 400. I don't know if the price would actually be different if I reset things. Though I think if I reset my turnips would... No, my turnips wouldn't rock, because I isn't time traveling. But yeah, like, I know that's part of it. It's just the splatter shots aren't exactly average general purpose weapons anymore. And they do kind of feel like they're outclassed by other weapons. Because they share range with two other shooters. That being the N-Zap and the Splooshomatic. The Splooshomatic. Maybe Splashomatic. The long range of those two weapons. So it shares a range with those two, but has much slower kill time. Comparatively. So it's kind of touchy to figure out exactly how good it is. I also kind of feel like I should clean up the beach a little more, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I might just kind of head in here. Because I've been talking about Splatoon for like 21 minutes now. I'm great at doing that, aren't I? Though at least I'm not ranting about a game today. I'm just generally talking about it. And I don't think I got a single cohesive thought out the entire time. So that's always great. Well, with that, I'm going to head off to bed. So I thank you all very much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time for more Animal Crossing City Folk. See you all then.